England, in the gallant days when history hung on the flight of an arrow or the slash of a sword, when feudal barons ravaged the countryside to live in pomp and splendor, when one man alone dared challenge the might of his country's oppressors, Robin Hood, outlaw of Sherwood Forest, and his stalwart band, robbing the rich to feed the poor, ready to fight for king, for country, or for maiden fair.
Now, this forest is wide. It can shelter and clothe and feed a band of good, determined men, good swordsmen, good archers, good fighters. Are you with me?
It's Errol Flynn as Robin Hood, Olivia de Havilland as Maid Marian, Claude Rains, Basil Rathbone, and a cast of thousands, reliving history's most colorful adventure.
I suppose you realize the penalty for killing a king's deer is death.
Are there no exceptions?
Will you come with me?
To Sherwood?
I've nothing to offer you but a life of hardship and danger, but we'd be together.
Because I love you, Robin, I'd come. Even the danger would mean nothing if you were with me.
Let me ram those words down his throat, Your Highness.
From this night on, I use every means in my power to fight you.
I tried to suggest to them that it would be interesting to look at the fact that we now have Robin Hood was in the time of Richard I and blah, 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 Normans and Saxons and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. Not at all. Original 15th century jests of Robin Hood, different king, different political landscape, much, much more about the corruption of the church and their ability to extract money from people whenever they wanted. And again, here's an interesting thing. There are graves of people that were in their time called Robin Hood or Robin
right.
Hood. Possibly, and Little John too. I quite often go to Little John's grave in Hathersage, but quite possibly because that was the grave of somebody who used to play them in the mystery plays or in the mummers plays about Robin Hood.
Isn't that fascinating?
So you know, they everybody wants them to be a real person. We go, well, it's already across 300-400 years of narrative. So of course it's an idea. Funnily enough, the Lithuanians do have one. It's called Tadas Blindus. And they made a big picture about him. And because in that part of the world, they still do remember people who led rebellions against the tyrants, because it's not that long ago.
Well, that's the thing. Robin Hood has been manufactured into such an epic story about, you know, rebellion in the face of tyranny that people have such a romantic attachment to it. And it's been done so well, so many times. I mean, obviously Errol Flynn is the version I bounce to, or Douglas Fairbanks. You know, it's just been, and of course that was shot in Chino. So it doesn't, I mean, I always look at that and go, man, this is the most beautiful. This is the London countryside is a balmy 82 degrees today and dry. And of course we know it's not, but I still buy into it.
Oh, for sure. And why not?
Yeah.
You know?
And why not? Exactly.
And you know, as you bounce around history, if you do something which is attractive and excites people, interests them, then there is the ability to go and research it. Because the problem with actual history, as we all know, working with scripts, trying to construct scripts, create narratives that will play out in a 3-act drama or however we envisage it, history doesn't work like that.
No.
You know, the things come and go, then they come back again, then they go away again. They turn around, and then the person that was this is now that, and it's too confusing. Who wins? Well, nobody wins.
No, it's fascinating though.
Nobody wins.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.